Welcome to another episode of the Wrestler Observing Movie Letter. On the docket today, if I stay. What a great question, what an age-old question. Do we stick around? Do we run our course? What is it that keeps us coming back? What makes it so that we can't leave the spotlight? In this case, it's tragedy. But for some, that tragedy is not being able to do it anymore. Do we think that we're done? Do we find a reason? Do we come back? Much like Ric Flair and Terry Funk. Do we continue to come out of retirement and reappear for those like a ghost of yesteryear? But in this case, if you had one decision, what would it be? What would be your mania moment? What would be your way to go out? When it seems like all is lost, when it seems that your mortality is questioned, how do we say goodbye to a fitting career? The answer is not a simple one, and I feel that this film tries to address it the best way. But it is a question that you cannot answer. And even on a grand scale, such as death, which we know is definitely the end, the inevitable. But for a character, what allows us to continue on? Where do we have that privilege to say goodbye? Or, when we question it, do we decide if our injuries have said too much? Have they spoken for us? Can we come back and be 100%? Neck surgeries that plagued Stone Cold and Edge could have been the end. But we continue to think that we can do what we used to do. And will life be the same? That answer cannot be answered, but eventually faces us all. And I wish that this film could have done the same thing. I wish it could have given us more answers to our questions. And because I deal with this every day, I think that this film can only get 2 Corbins out of 5. Thank you for joining me for another episode of the Wrestler Observing Movie Letter. I will continue to let you know what you should spend your money on at the theater.